Hey everyone, this is me again, and I'm going to be doing my So Late review of the 5th episode of Cardfight Vanguard V. Reboot series, whatever you want to call it. Known as CardCapital ni iko. Translation, let's go to CardCapital. We start off with another homeroom setting with Mr. Mark teaching about this period. More importantly, as usual, Morikawa is not really paying attention, but focused on opening packs of cards. And we have Aichi looking at him, going like, this time for sure. Because he wants to invite Morikawa to go to CardCapital with him. As soon as the class ends, we have Aichi making the proposal, but Morikawa kind of shuts that down. As they're leaving the room, Aichi's still going for it, telling him all the events that's happened at CardCapital while he's been away. But Morikawa, so far, he doesn't really take too kindly to that. Pretty much says, buzz off, leave me alone, I'm busy with my club. You can do that by yourself. And just leaves him behind. We have Aichi speaking to his teacher, Mr. Mark, about what the room is right behind him. And apparently, Mr. Mark is the, what do you call him? Administrator? No. He's the teacher of the card fight club, let's say that. So yes, just like here, there is actually a card fight club, not like the original anime, but in the manga, it's pretty much following it the same way it's doing here, as in there was a card fight club before Aichi went to high school. So, right now, you go in. Aichi goes in to pretty much greet everybody, saying that he kind of wants to join the club. Morikawa does not really take too kind to that. He somewhat kind of has, and not an aneurysm, but he kind of does flip out a little bit. I'm like, what are you doing here? And things like that. So, Mr. Mark pretty much stated that he wants to join, but at the same time, the club today was going to be disbanded. Why? Because everyone here in the room pretty much failed their grade point average, I guess. Lower than 40% is how it went. Go figure. So basically, it's kind of like how when you have low scores, you kind of get kicked off your football team, I guess. So because of that, the club is going to disband. But the only way to save the club was someone who had like a high enough score and combined it with all the other guys there and with their scores, which happened to be Aichi, because he got like a 95% on his test, I guess. So I guess it means that he's really smart. So because of that, the club was saved, even though, as stupid as it sounds, Morikawa doesn't really care. He pretty much doesn't want Aichi to join or anything to do with him in that regard. And I'm thinking like, dude, shut up. Like, he's saving your club. What the hell? He's pretty much going that he won't accept this, especially if the player like isn't really a card fighter. So Aichi proposes that they go at it. He pretty much says, if I win, I get to join the club. And also, you have to come to CardCapital with me, or just do him a favor. So right now, Morikawa accepts the challenge, thinking that he won't lose. And the fight's going to get started. So this will be the first time in the V series we get a Royal Paladin. Can I call this a mirror match? Oh, whatever. It's basically a mirror match. Let's go with that. Morikawa goes first. He rides the stallion. Aichi goes for the usual ride into Allen thing. He's going to attack Morikawa. Morikawa's going to guard. Wow, I really messed that up. Alright, so right now, Morikawa goes into Knight of Silence Galatine, calls a Margle, and then calls another Stallion in the back. Aichi's going to guard one of these attacks, and he's going to take one from the Vanguard. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, there are no drive triggers being shown, so they're actually doing this again. But whatever. Aichi does the original Ride Blaster Blade combo. What the hell? Using his skill Burst Buster to get rid of the card in the front row. I personally don't think it was needed, but whatever. On the attack, Aichi, I guess because of plot armor reasons, goes for a drive check and gets a critical, applying at the Blaster Blade, obviously. Just enough some damage. Aichi then attacks with his rear guard. So altogether that's going to put him at 3 for Morikawa. Morikawa's turn. He rides, for whatever reason, Gigantic Charger. Why? And at insult to injury, he called 2 Star Drive Dragons. Why? Why would you ride the card that doesn't have a gift and you have to re-ride in order to get the skill off? I mean, when he rode it, Charger does get 10k, but still, it would have been more effective if he rode. I'm not even going to start with this guy. This is his full formation. 2 dragons in the front, 2 horsies in the back, and 1 doggy. Plain and simple. So he's going to start making his moves. Aichi guards one of the star drives. Morikawa attacks with Margle. And somehow, by the grace of God, I guess for him, he gets 2 critical triggers in a row. Gives the critical, both the criticals to the Vanguard and the power to the other star drive. Putting Aichi at 4. The other unit attacks, putting Aichi at 5. Aichi, during this fight, Aichi's pretty much having a good time. It's actually noted by Morikawa that Aichi's changed. Because of the experiences Aichi's had so far, of course this is going to happen. Moving on, Aichi's turn. Aichi rides the usual Alfred early. Does actually better than Morikawa, because Alfred early has a force gift, which he usually applies to Alfred. Now, he's going to use Alfred's skill. Calls Blaster Blade from the Soul using Burst Buster again to retire one of the star drives. I mean, what else are you going to do with it? And gives Blaster Blade 10k. Calls another Wingull and a Galatine. Aichi attacks with the Vanguard. And gets a critical trigger, applying it to Alfred and giving the 10k power to Blaster Blade. Because why not? I mean, obviously you're thinking. This puts Morikawa to 5. Sorry. This puts Morikawa to 5. Morikawa cannot guard any of these. He's been pretty much wasting most of his time calling units to the board instead of defending himself. I'm really starting to judge if he was the best player in CardCapital. Then again, he's playing Royal Paladin, so I guess he's playing a clan that he's not really used to. Blaster Blade pretty much has a really high power, and this just pretty much ends the game, and that's just about it. That's all she wrote. The card fight here wasn't really my favorite part of the episode. It was kind of easy. Not too much to commentate. Sorry, but it feels like I'm rushing. But anywho, while Aichi won, that pretty much means that he's a part of the club and the club is saved. Mr. Mark actually reminds Morikawa that, one, you gotta be a man of your word. So you have to owe Aichi his favor, which they actually do. So Morikawa's gonna go to CardCapital with Aichi, and we have one of these moments here. Morikawa asks Aichi if he's like, okay, I beat you up. I took your card. I've been acting really mean and nasty with you. Why are you being so nice to me? Aichi's pretty much saying, and actually showing maturity here, saying it's because of those things why I was able to change. Throughout the episode, Morikawa pretty much looked like he didn't exactly know what kindness was, seen on his face expressions, and he didn't really know what to do with himself. Aichi's pretty much saying that, like I said, because of those things, he was actually able to see Kai again. He was actually able to actually have a card fight of his own, and actually meet new people and make new friends there, and pretty much actually help him grow as a person. And even after all that, he actually still wants to be Morikawa's friend. So the moral of the story here is, one, the card fight, it was okay. But the main point of the story and the life lesson here, sometimes you don't really have to kill a person by using negativity. What my mom always told me was, sometimes you just have to kill a person with kindness, and you can actually see like how much of a big difference that kind of makes instead of like fighting or whatever. It's just, here it just shows that Aichi's really mature. And saying all this to Morikawa's face, he just couldn't help but break into tears. And before we head off, we have Leon. In the next episode, Leon will be introduced. I mean, he's not exactly there, he's just on the monitor, and Ultra Rare is basically talking about Leon, how he won the Asia circuit. He is the champion, and that's pretty much going to be one of the news sets as soon as the Destructive Roar actually ends. So, anyway, I'm sorry if this feels a little bit rushed. Share with your friends, like and subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys for my next review.